Good evening, folks. Welcome to another episode of the Weekly Tangent. We're here. It's episode 23. Wow, where do the months and months go? This is for June 27th, 2019. It's Thursday, and it's that time. Brooks.
How are you?
Greg. I'm good, man. How are you?
Not too bad.
Man, it just seems like it never ends. We're just back here in the seat every week.
Yeah, dude, it does never end.
This is the 23rd show, so we've almost hit, we're getting close to half a year. 6 months, I guess, is what you would say.
We started this when it was blizzarding at the beginning of the year.
God, yeah, can you remember? Like, that was like the worst time to start this. The winter is the worst time to start a show. I can tell you that. It's a little hard to get through all the bad weather and all the potential opportunities where you're gonna miss shows.
Well,
so.
yeah, and then it doubled up because you got snowed in. My car barely drives in the rain, let alone the snow. So it was like you and I were fighting that. Then we got here and the machine blew up a couple times.
Oh God, the amount of times that's happened.
Then we got it all square, and then the mixer blew up on us one week. If you'll remember that.
Yeah, that happened. That was fun. It's never ending. We've enjoyed it. It's been fun, but we've got we got a good show lined up today.
Yep.
We've got plenty of things to discuss. We got some news. We're gonna go through that, like we always do. We got Maxim Games just joined on, so we've got probably about 13 of their games we've launched.
Yeah, me and you and Mark put up, I think, 13.
13, something like that, and then we've got. So 13 of those. We're going to show probably 4 of those today.
Yep.
For the more well-known, I guess, on the that have been out there for a bit. And some of them really remind me of other games, so we'll talk about that. Then we're going to show another Daedalic game, one of my favorites of theirs, Shadow Tactics.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that when
I really
we first
like
got the batch in. That was a little bit of a fight to get up, but we did finally get it up.
Yeah, no, sometimes, I mean, it's more like just issues we run into. It's not necessarily the games themselves. So that one was tricky, but we were able to get that one up. You did a great job on that. And then we're going to play Freakout, Calamity TV show.
Calamity TV show
just came out this week, and
25th.
Yeah, it's kind of a new game, and I don't think it's gotten enough visibility. It's from Maxim, so we're going to play that on the show today. It's a nice. It looks interesting because it's a twin stick shooter.
And we're going to play 2-player.
But you can do local co-op or I think even co-op over the internet. Okay. I believe so. Online co-op. So we're going to sit there and... you know what? It may just be local co-op. That's what it is.
Okay.
So we're going to do some couch co-op and give that a shot.
I know they certainly, like on our page, on the Steam page, I know they absolutely highlight the local co-op piece.
Yeah, for sure. And we had a little bit of a tough time figuring that one out because it was just weird the way it's set up for us.
We've been messing with it for, I don't know, an hour. We got it now.
Yeah, I think it was just because of we started the machine and then turned the control and did some weird things, and it was just a random set of events that kind of caused it to go that way.
We had 2 controls, but they were both controlling the same guy, and for a moment,
we were like,
I think this is how you're supposed to play.
This is going to be crazy if this works. No, but it is actually like standard co-op twin stick shooting, so we're going to check that out. So that'll be fun. But, dude, news. We got all sorts of news. The industry never surprises us in what news they can bring to town, so to speak.
Of course, allergies kicking right before the show starts.
Well, that's how it works. If you don't know, everybody should know this by now. This is the Steam dashboard for this Steam Summer Sale this year.
What do they call it? The Grand Prix?
The Grand Prix. And what kind of dog do you think that is right there?
Well, I'm not getting corgi out of that.
It is a corgi.
So, I guess I was gonna say Shiba, which will roll into the Doge meme, which is Doge as in rogue.
I thought it was Doge, or is it Doge?
Doge, rogue. It's like
rogue would be R-O-U-G-E though, right?
It's like Doge.
Doge. D-O-G-E. It's like a Swedish, isn't it? I don't know.
I've always anyways.
Dogecoin is what I always thought it was.
I was coming here as the authority, and then that went south in about 15 seconds.
That fell off the...
I don't get corgi out of that, but okay, that...
I know. I went with the corgi, so I won yesterday, or everybody won yesterday. There was like a corgi boost team corgi or whatever. I don't know what that was. I didn't participate, but it looked interesting, right? You got corgis, you got rabbits, the tortoise,
a bird,
a budgie,
or like
maybe?
a parrot, maybe, or something like
parrot,
that.
Budgie, and then the pig. So nobody really is liking on the pig, but the corgi, being a dog country, dog world. Let's say dogs have the world in their paw. That's who won yesterday. I think that's who won. I don't know. I wasn't following it, but a lot of people were following it, and they misread kind of what the rules were. And some people took it a little bit the wrong way. I think what I believe what Steam was trying to say is, hey, get your wish list cleaned up.
Right.
Take a look at your wish list, because that's ultimately what they want you to do. They want you to, through the summer sales, they try to get you to use all the features within the platform, right?
Yeah.
So they're just trying to like get you around. And they're like, kind of do some housekeeping. Get the games in there that you want, because if your team wins, potentially you get a chance to win a game from your wish list.
There's always for anyone that might be new, there's always kind of this grander social component to the sale where they've got you voting, or
they're always trying to get people involved, and it's fun, and a lot of people really enjoy it. And it is an interesting way to handle and showcase, like, hey, this is how you find a feature, or this is how you use this feature. It's teaching people, right? Teach people to fish, kind of thing. And they kind of didn't spell it out well enough, and they had a mass... Well, let's say this. It seemed like the base of users understood it as you're getting it. If everybody has the same games in their wish list, that's the game most likely to be given away.
Right.
And people started like tearing off games that were like low cost or low price, and they were trying to put the most expensive in there, and I think they were probably even working it on subreddits or something like that. In trying to like figure out like what the opportunistic scenarios, because that's how people work. And they ended up like tearing off a ton of indie developer games.
Right.
And one indie kind of like stood up and said, "Hey, my game's not even on sale yet. It's being torn off the wish list. Wish lists are a way that you can kind of gauge like what your sales are going to be on like first day, and it's used for Kickstarter and it's used for publishers, and a lot of people use wishlist as like a big thing. That's why you always see like people going, hey, wishlist your game, wishlist your game.
Right.
So yeah, there was a miscommunication. Steam's out there trying to explain like how it works, which is very interesting for Steam to come out and kind of go, yeah, we screwed up here. Don't do this, do this. And it's basically like, whatever games are on the top of your wish list, you potentially have a chance to win.
Right.
If you're on that team that wins. And it doesn't even guarantee you, but you may get that game, and people, ultimately may get individual games. So
correct me if I'm wrong here. What I had, upon further reading on this, all of the wish list, I guess we'll call it manipulating, that happened wasn't even retroactive, so it didn't even matter. Right. Okay. So basically what happened was a bunch of people got their games ripped off the wish list, and it was like, well, damn.
That sucked. It's one of those cases where the intentions were really good,
right,
but the execution just didn't really match up with those. So they'll get it figured out. But it was kind of funny in a way to see all the concern. Hopefully all the indies get their wish list back up on there, and everybody's fine, and this all blows over fine. Because the Steam sale, it's always nice. So you can't really fault them for trying to show stuff, but it just wasn't explained well.
Right.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Not much more than that. And it's not like they're not like doing copyright infringement and things like that. It's not serious stuff like going on over here on Mario Royale, right?
Well, yeah.
This guy is public enemy number one in terms of like Nintendo's lawyers.
Yeah.
He did something wrong, crossed that line.
Here's the latest target, right?
Right. So basically, if everybody, to get everybody caught up, You had Mario Royale created. It's basically Mario, like
Blew up here a week and a half
Mario
ago.
Brothers. Blew up. You can play against, it was 75 other people, right? We talked about it last week. And everybody's just basically trying to get to the end of the game, which is like 4 levels in stage 1 for now. Well, it was for then. And you're trying to beat Bowser in the castle, and whoever was getting there. It's like 1 to 3, and everybody drops off as they fall down holes or get killed by Goombas or whatever. And it was just a very cool design. You know, the guy really took something that Nintendo should like hire him for now to do as a promotional.
He wasn't making a ton of money on this. This wasn't a thing, right? This was kind of like a, what do you want to call it, like a fan project.
It was a YouTuber. Well, let's say this. I don't know if he really focuses a lot on YouTube, but he has a YouTube channel.
Right.
He was trying to get attention.
Right.
For what he was doing. He made something that's really cool.
Which he got.
Was like, I don't want anybody to sue me. I'm just making this. It's a cool idea. He had it all over his YouTube. He's obviously, after the takedowns and all that stuff, he's like, I'm going to put up the full story on my YouTube, of course.
Right.
You know, why wouldn't you?
Right.
Going to get views. But it did work out that way. But Nintendo lawyers came full force.
Sure.
After about a week. And they're like, yeah, you've had some fun. You need to take this down. So instantly, knowing that was going to happen, he had DMCA Royale ready to go. Got rid of Mario, brought in Fringio in. And was like, okay, I'm good, right? Like, I've done this. I've taken your stuff off. I'm doing this, and we're fine. Nintendo didn't like Infringio.
Okay.
Infringio had to go. And he got one more cease and desist about a day later that they weren't having it. They're like, and they wouldn't even tell him what he did wrong.
Okay.
But they're like, you won't like the result if you keep up, so tear it all down. So he was doing the smart thing and kind of like, I'm not going to risk it.
Sure.
We'll pull it all down, and we'll write a book and put it on my YouTube channel.
There you go.
Right? So, unfortunately, we lost DMCA Royale. We lost Infringio and Mario in the same week. But now, not to be outdone, Flappy Bird Royale has hit hit beta.
Flappy Bird is back.
Flappy Bird Royale has hit beta. It's out there right now, and it's 100 people playing Flappy Bird all at one time. How you can play this, I don't know. I see that your bird stands out the most, right? But look at this. It's like a mess.
Is this okay? So I'm a little late to the party on this. Is this from the original guy that did Flappy Bird?
I don't even know if that original guy owns it anymore. Because he was from like Malaysia.
Yeah, because I thought that dude, after the whole thing went down, I thought he bailed.
I thought he did too, but you never know. That nice $50,000 check a day from ads on Google Play was pretty nice. So I think that if I was him, I would reconsider it.
Is that what he was banking on that?
Oh, I think it was at least $50,000 a day. He was like, I don't know what to do with this money. Because obviously, you know, he never expected it. You know, it's amazing to have that kind of gold mine dropped on your lap. You're like, oh, geez, I don't know what to do. What do I spend it on first? No, but it's not as good as Mario Royale, because I think Mario Royale had an actual like interesting component to it, right? It was connected to something we all like, which Flappy Bird is something everybody can like, but it was carried forward, and you carry all the brands and all that stuff, and I don't know. It's been an interesting thing in the Royale. That's why I wore my Fortnite Royale shirt. Because we were going to be talking about Royale games. I figured we'd do that. But, yeah, that's what's happened in the Royale world.
That is...
You know, that's something we need to get an update on every week. We've got some more news, but I did want to ask everybody, if you can do us a favor. We've been doing this for a while now. It's like 23 episodes or something like that. If you'd be kind enough to like the video and share it out, and give us a subscribe, it would help us greatly. We're always trying to get our show out to more people because we enjoy it. We do this, for Wild Tangent as as a bonus that we like to make people laugh and kind of bring funny games and show games and things that we can't offer a free trial on. So if you can do that for us, that'd be awesome. The next thing we wanted to talk about was a game we played last week.
Yep.
A game that we both bought.
Yep.
Let's see. That was Bloodstained.
I was actually playing last
Ritual
night.
of the Night. Whoop, didn't have it switched over. Funny enough, they brought it out on PC, PS4, Xbox, all at the same time. Switch was delayed. Not really sure what the delay was in the Switch, but I know it was originally targeted for the Wii U. This is how long ago the Kickstarter was. That the Wii U was a relevant platform.
Wow.
And not that the Wii U isn't a relevant platform. Wii U is relevant. You know, I enjoyed it. Not a lot of people did, but I did.
I had one.
There's an issue.
A little bit.
A little bit of an issue. A little bit of issues with kind of the frame rates, kind of the, you know, the way that the levels, or not the levels, but the way that you transition between levels.
Right.
There's just a lot of concerns about like the Switch version. So that's hit the news this week. The game is excellent.
Yeah.
I would tell you, everybody should, if you enjoyed Symphony of the Night, or if you enjoy Castlevania or Metroidvania games, you should go get the game.
Yep.
PC, PS4, Xbox One, all seem to be flawless.
I bought it on PS4. I didn't have any problems.
Yeah, I bought it on PC.
Probably 3 hours last night.
We played it on PC here last week on last week's show. If you want to check it out, we can link it in chat. If you want to do that, throw it into the chat.
Yep.
The game is excellent. I still believe the Switch will be fixed. They're talking about a patch coming out middle next week, I think it is.
Yeah, they're trying to be quick about this.
They're trying to be quick. And, you know, this is from the developer, or from the designer of, and producer and developer of Symphony of the Night. He did a lot of jobs on there. So I want to give them the benefit of the doubt they're going to fix it. And I bought it on Switch. I just haven't opened it yet.
Right.
I'm a little concerned. I'm waiting to see the patches come out, see some of the reviewers. I already own it on PC, so I don't have to worry about not playing the game. But I would like to play it on the go, because it is a great game.
You wanted it a little more mobile.
I did, because it's going to take some vacations this year, things like that. It'd be nice not to have to carry a laptop with me. But the game plays on everything on PC. It's great. So I would say give it a try. Check out the game. But be aware of the Switch issues until they fix it, because some of them were really tough to get by. You would try to jump between like two levels that you had to jump up. And like if you didn't catch the edge of when you were jumping above the level, catch the edge of the next level, you'd fall back down, but there would be a loading screen almost in between. It would go black.
Right.
Where on like PC, PS4, Xbox One, you don't have that. So I think it's definitely something to be concerned about. The last story I've got this week, I know you had a few you wanted to talk about, but the last one I've got to talk about this week is a game that we played a few years back, I guess maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Yeah, I got this on... I got it on some kind of sale.
Yeah, and then I know PS4, they actually gave the game out with a PS Pro, or PSN membership, wasn't it?
I remember that because
that was like 2-3 months ago.
I roped a bunch of people into checking it out. Yeah,
and it's, if you like the Souls games, it's well in line with that.
Yep.
It's the Surge 2. So Fox Home Interactive.
It's kind of sci-fi Souls.
They've got this, yeah. If you haven't seen it,
yeah.
Surge 2, kind of similar. It's got some different mechanics than... It's got one different mechanic. It's got where you can target limbs.
Yeah.
On the enemies. Yep. So you can target the limbs of the enemies. That's the one big thing that it's got. This one now, they're adding in a Dark Souls component for the online where you can leave messages for other players on Surge 2. Mm-hmm. Which I kind of thought, okay, you're getting closer. You know, you're making the leap. Get us to where you can invade, where you can, you know, team up. That'll be awesome. Maybe Surge 3. Right. Who knows? But Surge 2 definitely is something to look forward to. We're going to have it. It's not coming out until September, I think.
And
is it October or September?
Yeah, 2.5, 3 months.
2.5, 3 months. We'll be talking about it. We'll be playing it, you know, ahead of time before we actually deploy. But the game looks really good. It's going to be exciting. They're getting closer to what Dark Souls is. And I think that's where they need to be. Although they need to have their own unique components, like, you know, essentially having the ability to target limbs. They still need some of those components that Dark Souls players are looking for as well. And this is, it's Deck 13, that's the developer, and Fox Home Interactive, that's the publisher.
Correct.
So that's something to look forward to. But excited to see they're doing some more Souls-like integration with it.
Yeah, you know, we play a lot of them. We both got keys to Code Vein. You played
on the network.
I had that strange, like,
there was that odd
downloaded
bug,
and then it activated, and you had to like roll back your firmware, and I was like, ugh, okay.
Yeah, there was a weird bug on PS4 for that.
Yeah,
where it got caught up in some loop, and you had to actually clear out you had to clear out your PS4.
The
system set something.
The set of steps I ran into ended up you had to it was some firmware.
It seemed like a lot.
It was more than I was willing to do.
Yeah.
For a game that I already know I'm probably going to buy that comes out relatively soon, that you made a video of that I could watch all the same.
Right.
So
ultimately it happened. How did that happen? So it happened because you redeemed your code on the web.
Yeah.
I redeemed mine on my phone.
Right.
And there was a difference between that for
Yeah.
some reason or another. I don't know.
I do so much of. We'll sit here and when Tuesday rolls up and we're at the office, we usually jump in and check out each platform as it updates to see what's new, and I'll be like, oh, add to cart this, or I'm buying that, or we're activating this. So I was just sitting there and I was like, oh, took my code from the email, put it in.
Yeah, because by the time you get home, if you've got it set up right, I mean, it's just going to open up and be done downloading and ready to go, so you can start playing. It's a nice feature. What do you got this week? Anything?
I didn't have a tremendous amount of news this week.
No? Nothing? No. Nothing on your plate? I know there's a couple other things out there. I mean, we've got some news from the little portable retro machines. So SNK, they put out their new little unit that's Samurai Showdown focused. It's blue. Just launched. It's now available to U.S. consumers. It's like a little arcade mini cabinet. It's got controller sticks, and then it comes with 2 little control pads. So talking about plastic hardware.
Okay.
It's available now. It's been available, but this is a blue special edition. People have been looking forward to. Haven't heard much from the TurboGrafx side. Nothing new on the TurboGrafx Mini. I picked up a PlayStation Classic. Yeah. I wasn't going to.
We've got that in the office.
It's got down to $29, and there's some cool modding you can do to it, so we're going to play around with that. But, yeah, that's about it. I think that really it's nice and quiet right now. We're done with the post-E3 stuff.
Right.
It's going to be a lull for a little bit. There'll be some good games coming out, but it's not going to be some tons of amazing stories of new things. That'll probably start in August, I imagine.
Yeah, I mean, just
Steam sale going on, things like that. There'll be summer sales, but from different developer from different
June and July are typically kind of quieter months. Whether that's I mean, not that it. When I say quiet, I mean there's still a lot going on. But when it comes to these things that you see the big trailers for, the big highlights, that all starts to roll kind of like you said, late August, September, October, just to kind of queue up end of the year and turn it into a big rush. So
yeah, we're gonna see some stuff, but it'll probably be quieter.
I could see later this year these news segments pushing an hour.
If they have to, I'll be good with that.
So yeah.
All right, let's jump into checking out some of the games. The first game that I wanted to talk about and we wanted to show, and this is one that we have on our service, so you can go ahead and try this for free. Mm-hmm. So we'll put the link into chat. This one is from Daedalic. It's Shadow Tactics. So this one,
I have to take a shortcut.
if you like tactics, if you like any kind of strategy, tactics style, this is not your turn-based tactic game. This is more like a top-down or two-thirds perspective. Isometric view where you are leading a Tenchu style character.
Right.
I guess that's what I'd compare it to is Tenchu. Right? Tenchu meets...
No noise.
Oh... I don't know. It's like Tenchu meets Halo Wars almost.
Sure.
Right,
Yeah.
kind of thing. You're not dealing with like building units. I guess that's a bad. What did I compare it to yesterday?
Metal Gear.
Tenchu meets Metal Gear.
Gear
Yeah,
Solid.
very similar.
And not necessarily in combat, but just in nature of the enemy awareness,
Right.
enemy patterns.
They have cones or vision cones. You can kind of see
Yeah.
that. Their patterns. You can crouch. You can hide. You can do silent takedowns. You can kill them. You can distract them. So there's all sorts of stuff in it. It's got some different mechanics, but it's done in a way that I think it's got a solid story. It's got a very cool design to it. I like the art, like the graphics. Just plays really well across the board. You'll see here kind of messing around with the character. You get to see a little bit of tutorial as you're going through, but you're actually playing the game. You can kind of work your way through into buildings. You can go from hiding spot to hiding spot. You can throw rocks from anywhere or distraction tools. And essentially, you're working your way on an objective. You're an assassin or shinobi. Say shinobi. And you're working your way through, and you end up tag teaming with new partners as you go into the further into the game.
So there's a total of 5 different characters you
Yes.
play as with unique. Is it unique skills or is it like unique weapons or how does that work?
I guess it's kind of both.
Okay.
You have a mixture of both because the shinobi, for example, can do throwing stars. He can do. He has a blade, katana style blade. He can do. I'm trying to think what his other move is.
That hurt.
No, see, I just got caught by the cone of vision. You can see that right there. So the guy's going to take me down. One to kind of show, like, the enemy AI is good enough. There are certain parts of the enemy AI you can get away with some trickery.
Sure.
But majority of it, it's got some challenge to it. It's definitely not like a walk in the park kind of thing. It's actually got some challenge. So the shinobi also has the ability to grapple, things like that. Now, there is a samurai that you run into early on in this level, or later in the level, but early on in the game, where he has a specialty. He can take down like multiple enemies at once.
Okay.
And he's got a totally different type of sword and attacks, and he's more like tank than he is
Okay.
stealth. So there's different tactics that you use for each of the characters that you play as.
I know one of them's is more, I guess, a camouflage or
Yep.
like a kind of an invisibility thing. Looks like we've got another one that focuses on traps.
Yep.
Way to go.
And then you can even upgrade your character as you go through.
Do you get to pick who you play as?
You
Quiet.
interact with. It's a story-based narrative, so you interact with certain characters. So, like when you see the samurai, you end up taking control of him because the shinobi is stuck in one spot, and he's
Got
like,
it.
"I can take you
Okay.
and get you out of there." So you kind of use them as they come through the narrative story. But essentially, you're just trying to get through here. You're going to open a huge gate so that another army can attack this base from a more strategic point. So the shinobi goes in through the mountainside. The army's standing on the other side. Shinobi's got to open the gate so you can get them in.
As someone who I didn't play a lot of,
I'm going in.
Tenchu kind of, or Shinobi as I was growing up.
Yeah.
Recently, I'm looking at this, and man, I will tell you, this environment, like, you might as well have made a top-down version of Sekiro. Like, these buildings look the same, the rocks,
Oh, yeah.
everything looks the same, yeah.
Yeah, they
even
did a good
Even
job.
the cliffside of it, it's all very...
And it's, basically, I would suggest to play with mouse and keyboard. On our service, we really only support mouse and keyboard, but the game supports controller.
Mm-hmm.
No, sorry.
Quiet.
The game, I don't think, does support controller. Steam Big Picture mode will allow you to play with a controller with a specific configuration.
Is that one of those things where the people have built them and you can go download them?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I could not find a configuration that really played well.
Okay.
A lot of it was really confusing. I would say mouse and keyboard is much easier and far more enjoyable.
Okay.
So
I find that to be true.
so I threw somebody down the well,
Right.
the body, so nobody would come across
Right.
it. That's kind of where that Metal Gear type hide the bodies out of the way,
Totally.
things like that
Yeah.
come into play.
But yeah, in general, I find strategy games to commonly be easier with mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean,
Walls too high.
inherently they're built that way,
Right.
right? With that in mind. I've played other games where I'm like, controller works
It
well.
works. Yeah.
They just have to really design it for that.
There's some times when you really want to be.
I kind of skip forward here. You can see their cone of vision is that way. I moved through there, hidden the bushes, and kept moving forward and through rocks, and they were distracted, so they didn't even see me come through. Here we're getting more towards the, okay, now this is where the story's coming into play. You know, there's the battle going on. The samurai is going to be pushing from this bridge here. You kind of see him come into... He's talking right there. Mugen is his name. I believe that's what
Correct.
it is.
Yep.
You have nowhere to run. Show yourself.
So you've got to end up helping him. Inadvertently, as the shinobi, you help him, and then they team up.
Fast.
So it looks like you've got shinobi, samurai, camouflage, trap, and sniper.
Yeah.
Sniper's the last one.
Yep. The sniper I never got to. I haven't had a chance to play around with that. Let's see. I'm going to throw the link
Distraction.
into chat for both.
Taijutsu.
Or for this game here, Shadow Tactics. And this, again,
Down.
will be the WildTangent version that you can play for 30 minutes.
Got it.
So you can check it out for free, see what you think. I think it's a great game. I enjoyed it a lot. You can pick it up, and I think the price point, I'm not 100% sure what we have that at right now. It's Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun, and we have it at $39.
Better find a way.
But like I said, you can go ahead, before you even want to buy it, then you can try it out. So if you always wanted to try the game out, hit the link, dropped it in the chat,
Better find a way.
and let us know what you think. Daedalic did a good job with this one. I enjoyed it. They did a good job with all their games, but this one I really enjoyed. I had a good time.
Yeah, this is. It's definitely.
Now here you get to kind of deal like the Shogun. It could be what he is, a
I
Shogun.
noticed your
I thought it's
involvement
samurai, but
Samurai?
maybe
Tell me
I.
your name.
Is going to talk with the Shinobi.
Mind
He's
if you
like,
let me
hey,
inside first?
I need your help to get through this door, and then I will help you, kind of
Very
thing.
well.
Right.
I will repay my debt at once by opening the gate for you.
And those little glowing, like, looks like they're scrolls that are laying around that I was walking over. You can just click on those. Those are just hints
Better find a
of
way.
what to do in the area. It's kind of like the tutorial. They didn't really go heavy on you have to have a tutorial as the main part of the, first level.
Right.
They're just laying around if you don't know how to play
I
it.
will join you soon if I do not proceed.
You can just click on them. So they kind of made it through. Samurai's got to do his job. Dude's cone of vision's on him. He's going to distract him with his special, which is a special item, which is sake.
It's like a bottle you throw.
Like a little
out.
bottle he throws on the ground, and obviously, people were just wandering around going, hey, look, there's a bottle of sake on the ground. I'm going to go grab that. Now, if you saw a can of beer laying on the ground,
That's how
would
I
you go
drink
pick it
sake.
up
Yeah,
or what?
I mean, right. I mean, for sure.
Oh, no. Oh, that's one thing we forgot to talk about in the news.
Oh,
The trademark
Yeah,
king.
shoot.
Budweiser has already went out and trademarked. They are the beer of esports.
Yeah.
How's that? How'd they say it?
Has come.
The best beer of esports, or
official-
the official beer of esports. They put that trademark out there. So, recognizing there's an opportunity to sell overpriced beer at any venue,
The
they have
official
jumped
beer
on
game
that.
Esports, yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
Which is weird because
shall use
I asked around and you were the only person I knew that even knew someone who worked at Budweiser.
Perhaps
which
I can
might
make
be.
use-
Oh,
like, that might
where I
be
grew up, I
Seattle
mean,
as
that was
hell
the
or
big
whatever,
thing.
but-
Yeah. Yeah, where I grew up, that was kind of the beer to have. My brother-in-law, he drinks it. Like I said, if he gets fancy, he drinks Yingling.
That's what we pulled up.
Which is ridiculous.
I had not heard it before.
Yeah.
So.
I think we're going to have to be
My
the
thanks again for
official
your
something
assistance.
of some
I
sport.
am Oshiro Mugen.
Let's see here.
Hayato.
Let's go ahead and jump off of Shadow Tactics. That one, like I said, we just launched that one. You can find it through the link. It's a great game. Pretty fun. One, to jump away from like tactics to more like something that you have to have strategy when you play, but more or less patience, is Golf and Golf Club 2.
Yep.
This is from Maximum Games. And this is Golf Club 2. This is available on most consoles as well.
I looked it up. It's available almost everywhere.
On almost everything. And it's actually not a bad golf game.
Yeah, you know.
Right? I mean, like, golf games can be boring, in a way. Some of them.
Yeah, you know, me and you and Aaron, we've played a tremendous amount of golf games.
Oh, yeah.
We were playing move games. We've played VR games.
Yep.
Golf went through an interesting little where after EA kind of stopped, because I think the last because EA had done them for a while. The last
They
one
did.
they did was 2015 with Rory on the front. And then from there, when they kind of backed away from annualized golf, it sort of left this space of kind of anybody could come in and
We don't know what we're doing with golf, essentially, and
they had, you know, there was Dangerous Golf, there was Golf Club, there was
Redneck Golf. Or no, what was it? What was that one? It was on Xbox and all. This was like a long time ago. Was it Redneck Golf or was it White Trash Golf? I don't know what it was called. I have to go back and figure it out.
Sony did Everybody's Golf, then they did Everybody VR Golf, so it kind of left this space where
Yeah.
EA wasn't here just stomping everybody out.
So there was just a lot of golf games coming out from different.
Yeah, and everybody could take their spin on it.
Yeah.
There wasn't, you know, because forever golf games had one person made them and there was one type of control.
Right.
So it kind of really opened up the space. You know, these guys came in and now they've made a couple of these. This is Golf Club 2.
Yes, this is the second one, and they do a good job. The game looks good. On the PC, there's a lot of options. You can really like crank up the distance. You can crank up the tree like density. You can mess around with all that. I was playing around with it last night, playing the game a little bit. There's a decent tutorial. It's not really too obtrusive. It's kind of like, okay, I'm just going to go through, get my bearings. The controls are pretty simple, right? And they definitely allow you to get a feel for what you're looking at. But man, when you get to some of those courses, they are really ridiculous. Like the first course the course that I chose to play on for the first round is on the top of like the Devil's Tower is where you start.
Right.
Like in South Dakota.
Right.
Is it South Dakota or Montana? I forget. Devil's Tower, wherever it's at. That's what you're starting on top of. And there's grass growing up the side of it. It looks like a fairway. I don't know.
Wyoming?
Wyoming, yes,
Yeah.
you're right. It is Wyoming. They said Rockies, but I don't know. It didn't remind me of the Rockies so much. Maybe the mountains do.
You know, I wonder if... Because some of this stuff is not... We skirted around some licensing
Right.
and some... It's not like Nike, or, Under Armour or whoever it is every time you turn around.
Yeah, the licensing deals weren't really making a huge... They weren't rearing their head here on this one.
Yeah, I think the last one I saw that I really remember doing reasonably well was when they made a Masters. I think EA did a Masters brand.
The one I was thinking of was Outlaw Golf.
That's what it was.
Remember that?
Yeah, I do
that
remember
one was
that.
pretty
Yeah.
funny. Speaking of golf, I was going to buy... I found a really good deal on... Everyone's Golf for the PS4.
Okay.
Is that it? Everyone's Golf?
Everyone's golf.
Everybody's golf?
Everybody's golf.
Everybody's Golf? And I was going to buy it, but you can't play that game online. There is no network play on that.
Even in the VR one.
Even the VR one.
What?
Sorry, the VR one, there is no. The other one, I think there is. Because there was this confusion that I had. I told the person, hey, I'd like to get the game that's on sale. It was like $9 for the VR one.
Oh, the game launched like 3 weeks ago or a month ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it was like $9.99 for the VR game. So I had 3 in my hand. I was going to buy one for you, myself, and Scott.
Okay.
And there's Scott. Hey, welcome, Scott. How are you, man? And I looked at it, and I'm like, I looked at the back, and there's no network play at all. I'm like, that is weird. Why would you do that? Then I looked at the other one. They only had one copy of the other one. They were like $30. I was like, forget it. We've got enough games to play.
What?
If the VR game was like online, I would have bought us those like instantly and like said, "Hey, we're all playing golf this weekend."
Heading towards the beach here.
You're not even local multiplayer in this.
I know it is really.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know it either. I thought, man, that's ridiculous. We used to play like Tiger Woods on PS3.
We played it before the chat was a thing, and we were like Skyping or like
We had a phone or whatever it was,
Yeah,
and we played it with like full, move control. Remember, we were using the swings, and it was like having your own little golf course.
we had that. We had like because I think we all bought Jawbones. You sold me.
Yeah.
You sold us on Jawbones, so we all had Jawbones.
We were all talking and playing golf, and that was fun. I thought, well, damn, if that was going to be VR, that'd be awesome. But no, they don't have online play. I don't know why.
That's strange.
Yeah,
Especially
seems like it'd still be easy to do.
especially considering how many of those PSVR games have multiplayer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a lot actually that have it. So yeah, a little bit of a letdown. Not really related to Golf Club 2.
Sorry, gosh, wow.
You can see here though. This is actually playing the course. The courses look good. Like I said, everything in the game plays well.
Yeah.
And this is a Steam key
Correct.
for this game.
Yeah, we don't have the download of this one yet.
Yep. So when you buy it from us, it's Steam version. It's $8.99, which that's the Steam sale, if I'm not mistaken. That's what we have it selling for.
Oh, gosh, I feel bad for spacing on this right now.
And then the Wild member price, if you're a Wild member, you get like percentages off. And I think it's $7.99. So you only get a little bit off of this one, but at least $1. But I think the Steam price right now is $8.99.
I know we have it for $8.99.
Yes, and that's what we're selling it for. And then you even get $1 off of that. Steam Power. I was just pulling that up just to make sure that I'm saying that correctly. But again, for a golf game for that price,
Right.
you're not gonna. I mean, that's cheaper than that.
Well,
everybody's golf that I was looking at.
The game, I mean, because I think on ours I think we might be 70% off of $30.
Yeah.
So
I think that's what the standard price is.
yeah.
I was just looking it up. Standard price is $30, and we have it for $8.99, and then $1 off for $7.99. So, if you like golf,
All right, no worries. Let's reload.
it's a good, solid golf game. You're not going to have all the same things that you would in like a Tiger Woods golf and things like that, where it's brands and tons of stuff like that. But,
Right.
Still played pretty well. Let's see. Let's jump away from that. And the next one, okay, these are funny. Extinction.
Right.
Extinction reminded me of Shadow of the Colossus. And you too as well.
Yeah.
we both talked
when
about
I
it.
originally saw the marketing for that, that's what I thought.
Look pretty close. So take a look at this. This is a game, as I put it to you, it reminds me of a mission-based Shadow of War,
Right.
which is basically on consoles, PC, and all that. It's a Lord of the Rings game, but when you get to a certain point, it really reminds you of Shadow of the Colossus when you see the first main enemy or major enemy come in. You got a lot of ads that are around, but
It's got that same sense of scale.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the game has its own unique gameplay. It's not Shadow of the Colossus, although it looks like it. It definitely feels different.
Right.
Because it's not like in Shadow of the Colossus, you hunt the Colossus, right? And once you find the Colossus, that's all you're dealing with is the Colossus.
Correct. Yeah.
In this game, you're dealing with all the little minions and that running around, the ads.
A little more action RPG.
It keeps moving through the level, so things are going on. So it's a little bit more action, yeah. Definitely. I kind of thought getting into it, it was going to be more like Dark Souls For some reason, I was thinking this is very similar to Dark Souls. What's going on here?
Right.
But no, it's nothing to do with that. It's its own game.
I don't know anything about fighting monsters.
We were saving somebody here. Oh, okay, there you go. He's telling him, go take this information to the king. Something's going on. I'm going to go keep fighting. And I think you have a level objective here of, like, save 15 civilians is what I think it is.
Okay.
In this. And that's the beginning tutorial level. So I played for basically the first 30 minutes. And you get to see a decent tutorial. It's not overbearing. It's very, like, easy to figure most of it out. The camera plays a little bit of havoc in this game because you'll be trying to find the enemy and you have to use the map to kind of see where they're at. There's indicators on the screen, but the map definitely helps down the right-hand corner when you're playing the game. It's a little bit more information than what you get from just talking to the randoms, that are kind of running around.
You definitely scoot around the map.
You do, and you've got like a grappling hook that you can zip around with.
Okay.
You can upgrade things, so you can upgrade your skills. There's a lot of upgrades.
It's something that I'm into in almost every game that I play. We were just talking about Bloodstain, right?
Yep.
I'm sitting there just farming away, chipping away at the gear.
Yeah, I mean, that's
You
part of the fun.
move at a pretty brisk pace.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. You cover a lot of ground, and you cover a lot of ground vertically. It almost has that. Well, that's why I said Shadows of War is what it reminds me of, because you can run straight up buildings.
Okay.
It's not like you have to be Assassin's Creeding the cracks and the crevices and the window ledges.
Right.
You just literally run up.
Okay.
So, like, that's kind of where I get the Lord of the Rings reference to it, but it definitely still has its own gameplay, because it's not an open world. You don't run from area. It's more like take the points where you got to the missions in Shadows of War and then add in it's a stage of its own.
Okay.
It's a mission of its own.
You've played a significant. You've played more of Shadow of
Yeah.
Mordor and Shadow of War than I have.
Both of them.
Yeah. So I think you played all of it.
I did.
Yeah.
I went through all of Shadow of Mordor. That was really good.
Yeah.
I highly recommend, if you've never played Shadow of Mordor or Shadow of War, you should go get those. Those are really good games. Especially, they're probably on sale. For the Steam sale.
And I
I know they're really cheap at Best Buy when they do their sales on them. Like, you can get the $80 version for the PS4 for like $20 when they're on sale.
And I know that they went through, and after the game was released, they kind of went through and they retooled and chilled out on a couple elements.
Yep. The crazy thing was on Shadows of War, which was the second one, that they were embracing the 4K world.
Right.
And it takes full advantage of HDR and 4K on the PS4 Pro or the Xbox One X, even on PC. But the videos, the CGI movies were not at 4K resolution. They were at 1080p.
Okay.
And they went in and they remastered everything to 4K.
Oh, okay, cool.
And gave that to you free as a download. The downloads are like ridiculous. It's 45 extra gigs as far as I remember.
Now that you said, I remember you coming to that office.
Yeah,
and talking about it.
it's a lot, but the game looks phenomenal, especially with HDR and all that on.
I've seen that in a few games that have launched here in the last year, where like the game will look stunning, and then you get into the cutscenes and it's kind of like, that was the thing.
Yeah,
Like,
you notice like something's up. It was kind of funny. We were talking about the PlayStation Classic Mini.
Right.
We tangent.
Yeah.
That's why the show's called Tangent.
Right.
We tangent around a little bit here, but we were talking about like how games from like the late '90s with CGI.
Oh boy.
That's the one part that doesn't really age well. 3D on the original like 3D systems didn't age that well to begin with, but you look at a CGI movie that was made for like a 240 by 320 screen, and you have it at like 1080p, well 720p, it looks really digitized, like kind of rough.
God forbid your TV
Doesn't scale.
Your TV has some tech to upscale it or something like that in there.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. I mean, you really need like, I don't even know if like a Framemeister would help with that thing. You know, it's hard to say what you need. I believe that, you know, probably your better experience for those types of games is like, go get yourself a PS3 that will run it in HDMI, force it to 480p, and run the game.
Right.
And you might be a little bit better off. But those CGI movies, they look a little rough from back in the day. But doesn't take away from the gameplay. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So here's what I think a lot of people compared Shadow of the Colossus to. Is this. It's not the level of the Colossi that are in Shadow of the Colossus. Same ideas.
I get where that thought came from, because when you see him, it's sort of this larger than life
It's a
thing.
massive like creature.
Right.
But they're kind of walking through the level that you're in. It's not like you go find where they're hidden. They're like walking around. Yeah, I
got crushed.
My head stomped there. So I think I brought it right back to close to where we were. But they're walking through the entire level. It's not like they're hidden away. They're actively attacking the city. Mm-hmm. So you kind of got to deal with them as you deal with everything else.
Remember, Avil, when a Raveni's limbs are exposed, you can target them with your rune.
So here I think I've gotten the chains off his legs. You can see he's got that armor on his wrists too.
Right.
But right now I can take, he looks like the Hulk so much. I thought about that.
Yeah,
last
definitely.
night. I can take him down by taking a leg off here.
Aim your rune strike.
I think I end up doing that shortly.
Under the knee. When it glows, release your
Yep.
rune strike to attack the
Okay,
foe.
so leg's gone. Now he's kind of at a down position.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can attack his neck. And essentially what you're trying to do is remove the head from the body.
Now
Okay.
finish this.
So
Climb to the base.
that goes well in some ways because you got to kind of scale his back. You got to make your way up there. You can see him doing it now. And then you kind of got a target. And I had it locked in for a second, but I couldn't get it re-locked in. He stands up, and then you got to start the whole process because his leg magically grew back.
After a short time, the Raveni will
So you kind of got to start the process over.
I know what this reminds me of now.
What's that?
This reminds me on some of those overworld bosses
I'm going to link it in chat.
from Breath of the Wild. That's kind of what this,
Okay.
That's kind of what this
Okay,
game
fair
reminds
enough.
me of, where you'd have to find him, and then they would all have like a chain of items.
Yes.
You had to go slice the chain of items off of them. I'm not making a direct comparison. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Though.
Okay. Well, that's fair.
Sure.
I can see that. I'm trying to find the link. I lost it. I had it a minute ago. And we'll drop this into chat. And this is a Steam key. So when you buy it, you've got to go redeem it on Steam.
I target their weak points with a rune strike.
So I've dropped that in there. And there again. Done.
Great work, Avil.
It's definitely an interesting game to check out. It's got some unique things that you're doing inside the missions. I do believe the game opens up later as you start to play more and more, and you get a skill tree that's able to be upgraded. Mm-hmm. So it's got all the cool all the decent features for it. Let's see what's the next game.
We're going into Beast Quest next.
Beast Quest.
I have not played this.
So what I could tell you about Beast Quest is take Fable.
Okay.
And slam it together with, I would almost want to say Legend of Grimrock, which
Okay.
is that one game I showed you where it's more like a RPG, a traditional RPG.
Right.
Like Dungeon Crawler RPG. Let's see here. Let's take a look at Beast Quest. It does have some funny moments in it. Like, there's this wizard you run into in the beginning, and the wizard just gives this bird flying by a hand to the face by accident. So it's kind of watch here. It's a little funny. It's got some slight jokes. The wizard's just like doing his job, throwing his hands around, smacks a bird. So a little bit of that Fable humor. Mm-hmm. That's where I was getting is kind of like, oh, okay, they're doing some Fable humor. Not heavy,
Sure.
not a heavy amount.
Yeah.
Just look funny.
Magical key, you know.
So you've got the key now.
Which can break a terrible curse
Essentially, he's like,
used by
okay,
a hero who is true of heart.
we've got to have a chit chat about your role in saving the world. But let's kind of walk through it. And they do a tutorial right in the beginning. Kind of get you, feeling it out, feeling the game out. And at that point, they just kind of throw you into it. And you're like, lots of people to talk to. Everybody's got a quest for you, right? It's like you came off the I work for free train today. And that's all you're doing is working for these people.
Typical start of an RPG.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
So we have kept their existence a secret. This key is the
And he'll go through and kind of teach you how. There's a decent, like I said, decent tutorial. They give you like a chance to fight some enemies that don't fight back. Then they kind of hit you with the,
strength in
okay, you're out of the tutorial, you're out of the world or the little hub world. Now we're going to like teach you how to actually fight. And it gets a little bit tougher.
Very good, Tom. I'm sure you will make Avantia proud. First, we must prepare you
The game engine looks very similar to Extinction.
gear worthy of a
Although the mechanics may not be, the game engine looks a little bit similar. So I think they're all made in Unity.
That's, we were talking about this off camera when we were at our desks a couple hours ago that
armor will offer much needed
I don't know that as an absolute fact, but I suspect
Try moving
they
around
share some kind of technology, like you were saying, some kind of game engine or
Yeah.
something along those lines.
Yeah, I believe they're all made in Unity. So now we got a new quest. We got to reach and talk to the knight again. And the game controls like here it's like a third person adventure game, right? You're following behind their back. You don't have to do anything to crawl through these areas. They just kind of automatically crouch down.
As you get close to them.
Yeah, and to like just hop over something, like just do a little bit like, oh, there's a block in the middle of the road. Instead of stopping, saying you can't go forward, you just kind of like, jump right over it. Here it comes. Just like that. Then there's a little bit more complexity where like, okay, to get to this higher spot, what you have to do is jump on this and then jump over to
So there's not an
pressing a button.
There's not an active jump button.
No.
Okay.
What it is kind of like a use button.
Okay. And then there's context based around depending on what you're doing or
Yes,
where you're at. Okay.
context sensitive.
Got it.
Yeah, I guess that's what it should be. But here you can jump. Do one of those. Do one of those. And then you meet the wizard again, and you start getting a little bit more of the fighting, battling mechanics in. I wanted to show not too much further into the game because I think we all get kind of an idea of what the game's about.
Right.
But I wanted to show like the actual battling to kind of discuss that because
terribly sorry about
it's weird. It looks like you could move anywhere in the game while you're in battle mode, but you can really just move like 4 points, like
best friend.
north, south, or north, east, southwest, and that's it.
This armor feels great.
Excellent.
And for an arcade experience, that would make sense. For this one, not so much.
Let me see.
He's giving me the eyeball for that sword. He's like, need more than wood.
Presumably
Although that
was
shield, I don't
was
know.
an upgrade.
Yeah, that shield didn't look like much of an upgrade, but. And there's the white wolf that you can't fight, that can't bite you back.
Cannot hurt you.
So you get a little bit of practice time on this wolf.
Come.
First few smacks are for free. Kind of look at yourself and feel good about it. So now we're into the town area. Somebody's got a quest for us. Free of charge, obviously.
Of course. Yeah.
You've got to go find it. So I kind of head off and start looking for the flowers outside of the hub world or town. And that's where you start to run into the messes of them. Like, I don't know. You can just kind of traverse over a little bit and you'll find like the quest you were just looking for. So you're not, right now you're not doing a lot. You're still in kind of a tutorial world, I guess. So we're after these red flowers. We got 1. And then we're going to find 2, 3, 4 more, I believe right up here. Right at the beginning, because those are different. They're part of the same quest. And you just fall off and you die. I didn't know that. Here we go. I think, yep, different sections of enemies. Did you get a chance to see? Here's the wolves. There's some buzzards, or whatever they are, vultures. And then there's humans that are like bandits.
Is this then related to the Beast Quest books? Because there's a series of Beast Quest. They're like,
I'm not sure.
they're like young adult novels, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that is related to it or not.
I gotta
It's quite possible.
think so. I was just kind of curious.
Sure. But that's basically the game right there. You can kind of see how I can press the right trigger. And this is working off control. Like the right trigger, left trigger.
Mm-hmm.
Or L1, R1, or whatever it is. You can see that I can traverse like around the creature, like in steps. Like east, south, west, north.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah, it makes more sense once you actually see it in motion.
Once you see it, a little bit easier to tell what's going on. There he goes. Now we're on to the bandits. There's these random chests just laying around, very Fable-like in terms of like the atmosphere.
It's also got that. It's got a similar style, like visually, that Fable does, where it's realistic, but they didn't swing at hyper real. There's still like a level of style to it.
So let's see. I'm gonna throw Beast Quest into chat. This is a Steam key, and you can check it out from us. Pick it up, but you'll have to redeem it on Steam.
You're still running through the tutorial on this one.
Kind of. It's there, but it doesn't really feel like you're doing a tutorial outside of the word showing up. You're kind of like, oh, I'm just doing something for somebody that asked me to do something for them, kind of thing.
Okay.
It's not overly horrible, but there is a tutorial to help you through it.
It's like it's almost quasi like it's got a little bit of that old school where it's almost still like turn-based in a way.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
That's how I was saying it. It reminds me a little bit of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
For example. Although the graphics don't, the gameplay mechanics are.
Right. It's an interesting blend of today you see kind of both ends of the spectrum where you've either got the full open real-time swing for swing combat, or you've got games that are more throwback in nature where you've still got that, whether it's like an FF Tactics or a traditional like I take a turn, you take a turn, I take a turn, you take a turn. Right.
So that was Beast Quest. We threw the link in the chat. And the last game we're going to look at before we play some Freakout is Override. So this game definitely reminds me of the old SNK game, King of Monsters.
Right.
Very similar game. And you get to play as kind of the Mechazilla, and you've got robot enemies and these alien enemies and all sorts of enemies that you're taking on. It's a fight. It's a brawler hidden behind stages. So it's a brawler hidden behind like a arcade fighter.
Okay. Yep.
So you can kind of see all sorts of trouble in Tokyo right now. They're bringing in the big guns though. They're giving this kid like a test run. He runs this like Mechazilla thing, and he starts to enjoy it.
Right.
So
it visually It reminds me. This goes back a little bit. It was an Xbox and it was a GameCube game. It was called Godzilla Destroys All Monsters.
Yeah, you were
Melee.
talking about this today.
That's what. When I look at this, it screams that.
Sure.
And it's almost got kind of the same thing where it was at its base, it was kind of a fighting game.
Yep.
But it was deceptive because, in a quirky way, not dissimilar from Smash Melee, which is why I think they threw Melee at the end of that. The game was accidentally kind of a high-level fighter.
Yeah.
So,
True. There he goes.
And
He's taking everybody out.
I had not played a tremendous amount of, I guess, Godzilla games. I'm not very familiar with Godzilla as it is.
Yeah, I wasn't a big. Well, I liked some Godzilla movies, but I mainly watched. I think I mainly watched them on like Sci or Mystery Science Theater 3000. I think so, if I remember correctly. I don't think I've ever seen one in an actual like movie theater. I don't believe so.
Gosh, yeah. Funny enough, my brother was ripping on me a couple weeks ago because I guess there was a new one.
Oh,
that
really?
Came out recently. Yeah, it was like King of the Monsters, and one night he hit me up, and there was this whole workaround where like they released this clip that was like Amazon. You had to watch it through like Amazon Prime Video only. It was the only place you could watch this clip or something like that. He hit me up at like 1:00 in the morning. I was like, "Can this wait?" He's like, "No." So
there's something to be seen here. Come on now. Let's see, I'm going to try to pull up Override, and then we will put the link in chat. There it is. The Mega City Brawl Supercharged Mecha Edition.
wow.
A little bit. The standard version, though, is just known as Override Mecha City Brawl. So I'm going to drop those in the chat. Check them out if you'd like. Steam key versions, and we're waiting on one more.
Yeah, the only Godzilla movie I've seen, it was weird. They like Godzilla had laid eggs in like Madison Square Garden or something like that. I have no idea what happened.
Oh, here's the link. Sorry, there we go. Oops, should be in chat. Oh, I might have dropped it a few times. Sorry, it wasn't. My mouse wasn't scrolling. I'm gonna delete those.
Extra fun.
Extra fun. There we go. So links in chat. Now, I think that's a good look at it. Like I said, if you like King of Fighters or King of Monsters, this is a 3D version of King of Monsters.
Right.
I like King of Monsters. So, let's see. You want to play a little bit of...
Yeah, let's throw some Freakout on you.
A little bit Freakout.
Let's do a little
Okay.
Let's do a little co-op.
Let's throw that up here. We're going to do that. Oh, we still had the Surge up and running. Give us a second, folks. We were showing that. And we have the game running now. There we go. Now we're straight. Cool. I'm going to turn the volume of the game down a little bit because I think it's going to be a shooter that's loud.
Okay.
Not 100% sure. So, let's see. Go ahead and press your start. We're using controllers on this one. What do we do? Full dose?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. That's your normal. Twin stick shooter. Right sticks really are all required. All the things that are required. You actually use L stick to move you around. Mm-hmm. And then the R stick to aim and target your enemies. It kind of gives me a feel of like Rage, the game. Whoa. Now we can fire. Okay, now all hell breaks loose. Oh! How did we both die?
Because I was looking at your character.
I was doing the same, yeah. Okay, let's try one more time. Okay, lady. Give me the ability to shoot. How did I die? God. It's the end of the day, that's what happens. All my skills go downhill. Now, I don't think I can... Oops, sorry, that was me. I didn't know. I thought if I hit start, I could rejoin. I think I might not be able to rejoin until the next level. Or I might... Nope,
There you
I
go.
am.
Next room.
Next room. Alright. I got this, like, narrator. The all-seeing narrator knows exactly what's going on in the game.
Okay, so the bullet goes over like the little walls,
little
or the half
wall,
walls or
yeah.
whatever. Okay.
What killed me now? Oh, don't touch the... No, you just touched it. I guess something got me. I didn't see an enemy hit me. Hey, what's up, Baltimore?
How are you?
A little late. No, oh, don't worry, man. We appreciate you swinging by.
You ready?
Yes, go. I'm actually going to put the links in the chat here for this one for a minute. I'm going to watch my character like a hawk, because last time I died, I didn't even see... I didn't see anything near me.
Wait, I wasn't even close to someone.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, there might be friendly fire on this.
Is there?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what it is.
That'll teach you a lesson. Don't get near me.
Is it bullets or is it like...
No, I think it was bullets. How do you play that? That's ridiculous. Okay, let's try it again.
Oh.
Oh, thanks.
No, all done.
First thing out the door. Oh, no witnesses.
No witnesses.
Oh,
No witnesses for sure.
This looks pretty cool. Yeah, it's a game called Freakout, Baltimore.
Came out on the 25th. I
Yep,
think.
brand new. Not a lot of people were talking about it. We got the game, and we were like, hey, you know, this looks actually pretty cool.
So the strategy might
keep
be...
the wall between each
Yeah,
other.
the strategy might be... Oh, yeah. Strategy, shoot the other dude. Another room to yourself.
I'm gonna stay on this side of the wall. I'm just gonna funnel them through here. Oh, come at me. Good. Can I go this way? No. I was wondering if like you could choose directions because oh geez. No wall this time, and we got to grab something. What's she saying? Can't remember. Had something to do with grabbing cans and what? Pressing something?
We must have to grab them with right trigger and drop them somewhere.
I think in that, like you grab them from the right side and you drop them in that left side. Or no, the can just came out here.
Okay, I grabbed one.
I did two.
Grabbed another one.
Another one. Oop, watch yourself. I'll try to aim only to the opposite direction of you. You're right there. Ah!
Right's got a... Oh, so right trigger's like a dash move.
Oh, is it?
Like PS, yeah. You can super dash with... Or maybe that was because you have the can.
That's what I think it was. You dropped the can in that hole over there.
So I grabbed the can and I got like a dash move with the right trigger.
Okay, so she was just showing us something, not like you have to do that to clear the level. That's what it was. Okay. Oh, thank you, Baltimore, for throwing the link in the chat. Appreciate it. How was your weekend, man, or week been? How's everything going on your side? All right, here we go. Yeah, this game reminds me of Rage. The area,
Like the atmosphere.
atmosphere
yeah.
that you compete in, is what it reminds me of.
You've got this like overseer
Yes.
narrative thing
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
going
yeah.
on. Yeah.
Just grinding through that new Destiny 2 DLC. They released heroic mode.
I only played like
In the Menagerie.
I've
Oh,
only played
okay.
one night in the Menagerie, and I really only played it a couple of times.
Yeah. So it seems like it's doing well. There's some Bungie employees buying green Lambos.
Yeah, they've got I saw I was on their sub and they had, I think they were over like 1 million concurrent again.
Dude, that's awesome. It's a good game.
Okay, so these blocks are going to be...
Oh, and the bullets don't go all the way across the screen, I guess. Oh, but we gotta kind of stay within visibility, or otherwise we get caught in corners. Or not caught in corners, but we can't see enemies coming at us.
Yeah, well, we were talking about it last week, right? Where some of those stages in Contra, they had that whole thing where as you're climbing up... and you're
Yes,
climbing
yeah,
up.
you gotta kind of work together.
Right.
Hey, dude, don't act surprised. Act like nothing's happening. Just blink twice if you can hear me. Okay, perfect. A lot of dialogue. For a twin-stick shooter, that's a lot of dialogue. Uh-oh. See, it looks... I mean, this has got that atmosphere.
Everything, it's got that... It's warped, it's got that... What do I want to call it? Like a television show? Or a... I don't know.
It's like a television show, yes.
Right.
Yeah. That's exactly it. Okay, okay, that guy shoots. Oh, down you. So we gotta kind of stay... Oh! We were too close to each other. Yeah, the player numbers have been through the roof. They're doing great. Oh, shit, why am I trying to shoot you? Okay. Friendly fire. Friendly fire. I'm trying not to, like, just spray bullets everywhere.
Yeah. I'm trying to be so cautious I'm not shooting it. It's going to be killed.
It's got a little bit of challenge to it. Oh, what's this thing over here?
That's one of the... Now, you can hit R2 and you can boost.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, I'm not going to use that just yet until we need it. I've watched some of the levels on this, like some of the developer stuff.
Right.
There's some, like, ridiculous... It's like a bullet hell.
They start throwing, you know, hundreds of bullets on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. I'm going to shoot you. Ah! Sorry. Turn around. Okay. Okay, strategy is we're going to stay in that little area. In the center. You take one side, I take the other side.
I'm thinking I shoot left, you shoot right.
Yeah.
And as long as we don't...
Or I'm thinking I just win the whole thing.
Well, yeah,
so,
that
that's kind of common. I had to carry you through Destiny so many times. Oh. The trick is to, like, let your hand off the stick when you're going to change direction. That's how I killed you so many times. I had it just kind of spraying. Oh, sorry. Your way. I had it kind of just spraying, and I was just, like, aiming in a new direction. And I'd hit you.
You know, it's funny. We were talking to... We talked about...
Stay close to you.
We talked about the same thing when Contra is actually harder with two people.
Oh, it's
this is kind of
ridiculously
kind of the same thing.
Following you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. Yeah, this can get a little... Okay. I'm glad we picked this game this week.
Yeah.
This is actually a fun way to do... Oh, that was you, brother. Okay, I'm aiming this way. Oh, he snuck up. That's the problem. If you get too far away... Or if I get too far away, what happens is, like, you can't see what's coming at you from the off screen. It's up to you. Oh, it's the perfect kind of game for couch co-op, yeah. What's another good twin-stick shooter I'm thinking of?
Well,
There was a lot on, like, mobile. They were the ones where you touched the screen, you had the two sticks.
You know, I think forever my favorite one will probably still be Geometry Wars.
Yeah.
If I, you know.
Yeah, that's true. That was like the original, like, not the original, but like, I think a lot of people really were exposed to it because it was on a console.
Yeah, and it was kind of as Xbox Live was becoming a thing, and you know,
Yeah.
digital games and that whole thing.
Yeah, Enter the Gungeon is really good. Baltimore
Yeah.
said that one.
Yeah, I've played, you know, I've played variations of Stardust, right?
Here, I'll do full screen. Get a little bit more, and then we'll switch back. Yeah, Enter the Gungeon's really good. We played the Tower, Tower 57. That was pretty fun. I actually like that one. It's a little bit less like this. This is like you can't get far away from each other. You have to stay right on your partner's back. And you gotta be, ultimately you gotta be aiming the other way.
Yeah.
And that becomes a challenge. Oh, and there's even holes in the floor? Jeez.
There is now. I think you're right. If you let go of the stick when you're moving or pivoting, it doesn't solve the problem, but
it helps you not shoot each other for sure, yeah. I'd just like to see us get through one level both together. There we go.
Oh, almost fell down that hole right
I know,
there.
that one popped up out of nowhere. So you said pull right trigger and you get a boost if you got the can?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, you can use it a couple times. Oh,
That's
you know
what the white bars is.
Yes. Oh, sorry. I got you killed because I was trying to figure that out. Oh, from behind. Yeah, there's a couple other ones like Necromancer. Was it Necromancer? No, Neuromancer. Sorry, I probably didn't.
No, dude, I walked right into it.
That was one. Tower 57. Enter the Gungeon. What's that other one we launched? Woodpunk?
That's what it was.
Woodpunk.
Yeah.
It's another one.
Where, because one of us played the dude.
Funnel these guys through here.
One of us played the dude, and then one of us played that. It was like a robot or something like that.
Yes, that's the
That's
exact
what it
one you were
was.
talking about. Okay, yeah. Woodpunk was the one where you were the robot and I was playing the guy, and yeah, it was okay. Okay, this is another game. This design. No, oh sorry.
Yeah, that was all you right there.
That was
bud.
me. That was me. I just aimed right for your head. Hotline Miami. It's kind of got that feel to it because it's not like.
You don't have health bars.
Yeah,
you don't
and
have
it's a
bunch of
little bit.
lives.
It's a little bit more intense, like than Enter the Gungeon. Enter the Gungeon's intense, but you do have like, if I remember correctly, I think I'm dead. You do have health in Enter the Gungeon. I can't remember off the top of my head. I could be wrong, but they're all good games. But this one, I don't know, it's just got this different feel to it. What was the Xbox game? Smash TV? Was it one called Smash TV?
Gosh,
Maybe a little bit like that too.
it's not ringing.
It wasn't. I don't think it was a twin stick though. But it was like you were in a contest. Oh, cool! We got through an arena with a D. TV head. Okay. Yeah, they like their dialogue. Oh, nope, there he is.
A little more bossy. Okay.
Little boss. Oh, he took my head off.
Ooh, those have got some splash on it.
Okay.
So what did these do? I feel like these should.
Oh.
I feel like those should do something. We'll try it.
Yeah, it seems like they're going to be kicking something out, but maybe that doesn't happen until... I guess we get him to follow one of us?
I guess if we kind of just both circle him like this, I mean, that might be a little something here.
Sorry.
I'm off screen, but
I
we're
am
still
too.
alive.
We're
so-
still going. Yeah, that splash damage can be real rough. Oh, he got me. You got him. We gotta have his health. No, his health is only halfway down. Ooh. Fusion Frenzy. Maybe that's the one I was thinking of.
Fusion Frenzy. Wasn't that the party game? It was like
Yeah.
Xbox,
Yep.
Mario Party.
Yep.
Yeah, I played some of that.
That's what Baltimore was talking
You're
about.
alive. You're alive. You're dead.
Oh, I was... How
Yeah,
did I come back?
You got a life back.
Oh, I didn't know.
It was like my A+ play or something. I don't know.
Exactly. The through D+ effort.
Yeah, dude, just like every day at my desk, right?
Pro shooting skills. I wonder how I came back to life. Did you get something out of a machine?
I don't think so.
Ooh, he's Russian now.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, you were doing well. See, there's the thing. Oh, he's Russian. Oh, he's down on his last health bar. It saved us, kind of like
Little checkpoint.
a little checkpoint on it. No. Going. There we go. Nice. That's how it's done. Oh, what's this? Some portal stuff? Where now we've got like a little exit through the wall.
I'm going for the item.
You gonna
boss.
Look? Okay. Let's see. I'll be hogging all the items. Look at that. Okay. And he's back to life. And we're back. What was the movie Arnold Schwarzenegger was in? The Running Man? Wasn't that like Running Man was a movie where he was in some kind of contest in the future and the combatants... Yeah, Running Man. Okay, thanks, Baltimore. That was it.
Okay.
Combatants in like these arenas where you fought against their like champions.
Yeah.
And if you won, you got like to go on a vacation forever or something like that. Game show of the future, yes.
Or was it? No, it wasn't like they put a bunch of. Wasn't there one where they put they must have done the same thing, but they put a bunch of convicts, and like the winner got.
Maybe
to be
that's
free.
what it was all convicts.
Yeah.
Yes, I think you're right.
And it was supposed to be brutal, and I swear, like, wasn't Ice-T in the movie?
No, that's a different. That's a different one. You're thinking
that?
of The Game, where Ice-T was a convict, and like these guys got him out of jail, but they hunted him like he went on a hunting trip or something.
That's what it was. Yeah.
And they were hunting him.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
it.
it.
Was a bunch of like rich dudes.
Yes.
Or something like that.
That's what it was. Yeah, it's kind of like the anti-predator movie. Like he was the predator, but like they were I don't know. They were the Marines. Okay, so this is kind of neat. This is like it's now turned into like kind of like Enter the Gungeon. Not an arena. I thought it was just going to continue to be arena. Like twin stick shooting.
Yeah, I mean, I thought you were going to start killing me, but you know,
yeah, I know.
We all thought.
Get down here. Oh. Yeah, you can't just spray. It's got to be like targeted. Because otherwise we're going to kill each other. Or I'll kill you mostly. Oh. Let's just do something. So we're busting out of this TV show is what it looks like.
Yeah, because, you know, I've talked to you about this for years. I still have this fantasy that one day
There we go.
that Rockstar is going to turn around and do something with Manhunt, because that was the
I
same
know.
thing.
Manhunt needs to be brought back, but in a
It was the same
Dark Souls way.
It was the same thing where they dropped the dude. You were in this city or this cordoned off section of a city with just murderous da-da-da-da-da.
Surviving the game is what that movie was. That's what Baltimore said.
The one with Ice-T in it.
Yeah, it wasn't the game. Surviving the game. That's what it was.
Which, funny enough, not to bring
94.
not to bring this back, go check out his Twitter and go check out his gamer stuff tag.
Oh, yeah.
It's comedy. The dude is absolutely legit at some video games.
Oh, isn't it Destiny?
Yeah, him
Like
and,
he's like
him
hardcore.
and the WWE wrestler Big Show are both
Yes.
like legit at the game. It's choice.
Yeah, I remember you saying like Big Show plays. I knew that Ice-T played.
Yeah, and it's like it's funny because like if you go look at his feed, it's a whole mix of just like it's a funny thing the way that games sort of bring people together from all walks of life
Yeah,
and
for
all
sure.
eras, and it's like you you see people that are just like, you know, if you see him posting like chasing like the exotics or the new stuff or the menagerie or whatever it is,
Oh, yeah.
right? And then he's in there just posting his stuff, just like, nope,
Things are fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was in surviving the game.
Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get him on the weekly tangent show one day when his career is like no more. Although I don't think he'll have that problem. He's always had a strong
He'll
career.
still be the hater of the year to me.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
Alive. You're alive. You're alive.
the haters club, or what was it?
Player hater ball.
Plater hairball. Yes, Chappelle show. My God, that was so funny.
It's come up for the second time today.
Player hater ball.
Gotta get home. Almost did.
Next person says someone's getting shot. Oh, he made it. Nice. I think you got press and hold.
Oh, there we go.
What was that? Oh, you found the final level? Is that his Twitter?
Yep. Mhm.
Oh, funny. Yeah.
Yeah. Go scroll down.
Baltimore
and go check out
linked
his,
it in chat.
Go check out.
Oh, that's his gear. He looks pretty good. He's been grinding.
Go check out his gamer stuff. It's great.
Yeah, no, he's funny.
And then it was there was another thing that I caught on. This was a minute ago on the sub, but somebody called out Big Show because Big Show was on there talking, and he was talking.
I
himself
remember
up a
you
little
saying
bit,
that, yeah.
and he posted his stuff, and he posted
That's a
his
really tight
stats,
area.
and he was not screwing around about his PvP rank. He was playing for keeps.
Yeah, wasn't he like the top 10?
Dude, he was in like top 2% or something like that. Yeah.
I guess when... Oh. Okay. There's bullets flying everywhere. This, I don't know, maybe we might have to check the... we might have to check the option to see if we can knock this friendly fire thing off.
You know, I actually...
It's fun, though.
I like playing with friendly fire on. I'm completely okay.
Yeah?
Sometimes you die. I don't know what to say about it.
I'm going this way.
Because I'm trying to think of what...
Oh, that kind of threw us back here. Why is that? Oh, I guess we unlocked everything. It's just we start back here. Oh, look at that. There was like a little
Trap.
Nice.
Drag him up. Drag him up. Drag him up.
Hang on. Whoop. Coming. Did I shoot you?
Something clipped me. I didn't exactly see what it was.
Oh, we were getting through that. Get out of here.
Final level.
Final level, hey man. He had it down. Oh, Jesus. There's a lot. Where are you going? I'm going with you. Down. Yep. There we go. Oh my God, you can't. It gets a little bit harder as you get these like multiple corridor, Oh, nice, made it through.
You kind of got to kite around, and then you start dragging each other
Thanks for the host,
around,
Baltimore.
and
Yeah, you get a little bit more, and you're like, oh, okay, it's more hectic. Oh, I walked right into that bullet. I didn't even get hit by it. Oh, he's gonna give you a hug.
You know, I don't really give that good of hugs, but I've been told I give amazing high fives. So.
There you go.
Not low five, high fives. Like the one little scrub clips me.
I know,
and
yeah, out of
that's what it
everybody.
was.
Yeah, the narrow passages, that's where you're getting in between, like, especially if Brooks is on one side and I'm on the other and we're starting to go the opposite direction, because you got to work your way around it as fast as you can to be able to catch up, because you won't be able to see what's off on the corner.
And this is a little subtle, but like the fat dude's bullets are the same color red as the circle around
Oh
me.
yeah, that's true.
And then like
I didn't notice that.
and then there's
I did.
the orange bullets from your gun are the same color as like the orange lights on the level.
Oh yeah, that's
So
what
there's
they're
all
doing.
sorts of like little
I didn't think of that. You're right. The color palettes are all the same, so you're basically being tricked into shooting towards the other person. If you're not paying attention.
Let's go get the key.
Yeah, it definitely makes you... Did I just walk into the trap? I think I did. Wow. There's my dead body on the grinder. There you go. Yeah, it definitely does keep you together. But even when you're together, like Brooks was saying, with the coloring of the bullets from the enemies, or the enemies and the bullets, it becomes like a challenge to know what you're shooting at as you get more and more on screen. Oh, you got a boost. Nice. Can you destroy those little phone booths?
Which ones?
The phone booths that the guys are walking out of. No. I was wondering if you could... I guess really...
So this might respawn you? I think.
No, I think you just grab. No, no, there you're right. Where are we going? Oh my god, that trap!
Oh wow.
I walked right. It does look like the TARDIS. The no, Doctor Who TARDIS. So can we? Oh, you can. Okay, do that and that. What are you going with? Dual wield or?
Oh, is this me?
Yeah. Yeah, we have no other thing. Dash and speeder. Run faster.
Oh, it looks like dash. You can dash into guys when you spin and it'll kill them.
Oh, okay. Well,
That might be something to know.
Look at that.
Are they automatic?
Oh, there's something chasing us.
Oh. Are those automatic? Or do you have to press every time?
No, they're automatic.
Okay.
Okay, this thing. I guess just aim ahead.
Stay on top, I'll stay on the bottom. And we'll just...
You ever do that? Like, every time I start playing a game that I need to concentrate, I got an itch on my face or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna mow these down like that thing is behind us.
I'm trying really hard to not shoot up
Yeah!
right now.
I'm trying to shoot forward and not cross over into your sector. Yeah, we're doing okay. Oh, get close. I guess I'll shoot. This way, stay ahead of you and shoot all day.
There you go. We both angle it a little
Yeah.
bit. I think we got something going there. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because they
Little
cross kind of in the
crossfire
center.
There we go.
Now they're coming up top. I wonder if they automatically
Now they're
know
gonna
which
come on
way
the
we
bottom.
do it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not too bad. Pay attention to you, Scott. I see you on there. Got that one. Oh, I'll let two get behind me. Oh, okay. Well, we're doing all right. What is that thing? Chicken. Maybe not this one. But what do they do, though? They've all got some little thing. They explode, probably. Oh, they actually, like, really target you. They come running at you.
Was that like a sprint I saw?
I think it is, yeah. It's some kind of sprint. Cool. That lawnmower, though. Some serious business. Oh. Couldn't get that chicken for you. Oh, I'm not trying to shoot you.
Trying to use that dash move, not too bad. That's kind of that.
Oh, I lost where you were there. We were fine, and then I couldn't see you.
That
Okay,
dash
you're back.
move's a little
Back.
get out of jail
Ah.
free-ish. You can kind of use it, and I think you're safe.
Those are some well-fed chickens. Yeah, they were the kernels. Oh. What is the okay? So what's the spin move you were talking about, or do we?
Yeah, so you've got 4 of them right now. You press R2, and then you spin into them. Just dash into them. Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, and I think that just kills crap. As you.
I don't know. I'm spinning right through it, is what it seems.
I know on the little dudes it works. Maybe on the big dudes it's just a stun.
Oh, okay.
that-
Yeah, that would make sense.
Because that's why I think that's why there's maybe Stars website. Wow.
You'd hope I'd get killed. Well, I did just take solace that I was killed. It wasn't when you were talking to me, though, Scott, but it did do something. Oh. Now we're going to start the thing where we run around and my nose itches. Actually, the lawnmower takes care of them pretty well. So,
Okay.
okay. I think it's just. Oh. I think we may be better off just to dodge them if we can and let the lawnmower take care of them. Because they can't. It seems like they don't get away from the lawnmower. If you get, like they cling to you pretty close. So if you just kind of work your way down, yeah, like that. The situation will handle itself.
If you don't shoot at them, they don't shoot back. Check that out. They don't.
Oh, okay, funny. Okay.
Okay.
We just.
There we go. Look at that. Look at
Yeah,
that
I
spin
see
move
that.
right there.
Oh, there's a whole line.
Oh, I thought I had another spin move.
Congo
Spin
line.
move them. Spin move them.
I'm gonna draw them in. Come on, guys. There we go. Come back down here. Get that one, that one. Oh, I guess I can just take it out. There we go. Now we're back to these guys. No, not everybody. Oh, I thought I had a spin move. Oh.
Yeah, they had a bunch. I think it actually put us forward. Hold on, I think we checked.
Okay, cool. We had a good thing going there. Let's try crossing those bullets again. Because if we're not aiming at the big guys, they don't. You can shoot. You just can't really aim at them. That's when they start shooting back. There we go. Try to aim a little forward. Those chickens. Oh, whole line. All right, we're doing well. Oh, the chickens. You can just keep it. Yeah. Oh. Trying to read chat. Okay, there we go. I mean, I guess. Oh, that bullet, stray bullet hit me. I guess that works well.
You're back. You're back.
Okay.
You're back.
Yep. Doing the like running them into there, but there are certain situations where you can't do that.
Those chickens kind of hawk you.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely come after you pretty quick. But it seems like they head toward. They have an overshoot. So when they rush you, if they miss you, they kind of go towards whatever they're aiming at and kind of hit the lawnmower. My body's caught in the thing. Ooh.
Oh, I spin move. Garbage.
Those chickens. Nice. Josie. Well, you're doing well.
You're back.
Okay. Climb the ladder. Okay, well, it looks like we might have made it through this area.
Celebrate when I'm at the ladder.
There we go. Special tornado. Oh, this is the one where I think it whips around and you can kill a bunch of enemies. So let's see here.
Might be the bottom one.
There we go. Yeah. Death Tornado Attack. Max 3 in stock. Okay, that's what I'm going with. Oh. Different area. Ooh, we got explosives. We're gonna get blown out of the water. I don't know. I kind of like your machine gun. When I had that, that was pretty good. Those the dual wield, not too bad, but
It didn't shoot fast enough for me.
yeah, it definitely doesn't spray like that.
There's a little more of a volume.
Yeah, you don't have to worry crowd control.
Yeah.
That's what that is. What is this guy? Crab?
Yes.
Trout. I
Or
don't know what he is.
Herman Trout.
Okay, cool.
Looks like he might have a gun too. Yep.
Oh! Wasn't even paying attention. Yeah, when I checked on Steam, this game only had like a few reviews. Mm-hmm. It's not bad. I mean, this is pretty good. It's got some challenge. So this is Immaterial Studio is the developer, but they published it, co-published it with our partner, Plugin Digital.
Okay. Yeah, well, because Roman hit us up about
Yeah.
the game, right? So.
Roman and Benjamin.
Or shoot. Okay.
Oh, did I shoot you? Sorry.
Oh no, I'm
Didn't
saying
matter.
misspoke between Roman and Benjamin.
No, Roman's there too. Both of them are account heads.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
don't. I'm sorry, I don't remember which exactly which
Gotcha.
one sent it over. Yeah. Whoops.
It's funny. Okay. Where's the trout man? There it is. Oh, we just fall right out of those things, don't they? We turned our lights on. Okay, let's try from here. Yeah, we were talking about that. Oh, my bad. Why they didn't... It doesn't have online multiplayer. It does have just the co-op. But yeah, definitely. I mean, as a single-player game, though, I think that's probably the stronger component of it in the two-player. I mean, definitely it makes it a challenge. Mm-hmm. But I could see... It almost is like... well, I mean, we've talked about so many games that it's like. That definitely is like Enter the Gungeon, but I want to say it's got this feel of like Ruiner as well in it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess those are a lot of like just strong mechanics. Oh, speaking of Ruiner, Devolver Digital, looks like my friend Pedro did pretty well.
250,000 copies.
Yeah. Across everything, looked really good.
You know,
I haven't bought it yet. I need to.
You know, one thing I didn't know about that game, I wasn't aware it was the third Pedro game. I had no idea.
Yes.
It was originally based off of a Flash game a bunch of years ago. I never knew that.
You need to get that. It looks really good. Oh. I wanted to buy it on Switch, just because again I've got these summer travel plans coming up, so I was like, take just the Switch, something easy to carry. My son and I both play it. And, you know, it's easy to like set it up, and you got 2 little controllers with you. Although using them is kind of tough. You can get by if you're just playing something for an hour or 2.
Yeah, last Switch game I bought Cuphead here when that came
Yeah.
out. What was that, 6 weeks ago?
Yeah, and we were playing that in the office.
Yeah.
You had your controllers, and we just used the regular controllers. Oop. Right into him. I know. I didn't even notice what time. Oh, man. Blew myself up. I'm going to let you play for a minute while I grab one of the keys here. We're going to throw it in the chat. If anybody wants to try and guess what they are, you'll get your own copy of Freakout.
Oh, wow. You can keep doing your thing.
Yep. I think I'll just die or be off screen.
Well, no, actually, you'll live longer than I did. But yeah, you be bait.
Let's see here.
A little misleading.
Go. So, let's see here. We'll do just one missing thing again. Instead of 720 combinations, it'll be 28, or what did we figure? 36 combinations? Was it 10 numbers?
Yeah, numbers and letters, yeah.
Yeah. Let's do this. We'll grab that one.
Oh, wow.
And where is it? Yeah, we don't have a partnership with Devolver yet. One of these days, I'd hope so, but not yet. We've been talking about like doing some streams that were just for games in general. So you never know. We may see us playing my friend Pedro. We've got to figure. Next week we're not going to be doing a July 4th show. So
Yeah, we are.
we're off for the Thursday and Friday, which is nice. So we won't be doing that, but we will figure out a make-up stream for that. We might even do a little bit longer stream the following week. I don't know if that works out or not.
We'll have a couple of weeks worth to build on it. So.
Yeah, a couple games. So we'll figure something out for everybody. Let's see. So that's that one. And let me drop it into here. So the missing letter is in the first set, and I will say it's a letter. It has something to do with today. Good luck. You can get your own copy of Freakout. It is on Steam, so this is a Steam key, not a WildTangent. You got it figured out. Did you ammo? And let us know in the comments if you guys find out what the key is, or who got the code. I always like to make sure. Wow. The enemy is not spawning, or something's up?
I'm not 100% sure what's going on right now.
I'm falling down a hole. Is there no? Oh, there you go. Another area.
That'd have been a pathetic spot to die.
Yeah. We'll do like another round here, and then we'll probably have to call the show. I know it's up. We'll do one more after that. I shot you. It was a long-range shot. Oh, exactly. Okay. Here we go. Okay, I'm following you. I'm shooting backwards.
Oh, wow.
Oh, did he spin into them, or did
Oh,
I
I
shoot
spun
you?
into him, and right as it ended, there was a dude there to just clip me.
Oh, yeah, they do swing harder now, don't they? Like before, it seems like we could get nicked by them. because I don't know. There's so many games that this reminds me of. It's just, I guess, the mechanics good, right? Because I'm sitting there thinking like Hotline Miami, but Hotline Miami is more strategy.
Yeah, it's got it, but it still has the punishing because a lot of twin stick shooters, you've got shields and lives. This is kind of like, dude, you die and that's it.
Yeah.
Right. So it's still got that kind of like hyper brutalism to it.
That was too far behind you. That was me. All right. That's Freakout. I think you got through. You got us through.
We're playing until we die.
Till we die. Okay.
Till we
Till we
die.
die.
Not to like one more of the 6.
Till we die. Okay, last life here. Oh, the chickens are back. Just backing up. Back it up. Back it up. Oh, chickens, chickens. Ah, there we go. That is Freakout. That's a fun game. I like that. That actually plays really well. So you can find that link in chat. And we have it on the sale this week, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
This game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we have it for what, $11.99 maybe?
Gosh, we've done so many prices this week.
$13.99, and if you remember, it's $12.99.
Yep.
So that is it. You can find the link. Baltimore was kind enough to drop it into chat. I will do it one more time. There we go. And we will see everybody next week. Don't forget.
Not here next week.
Not next week.
Yeah.
The following week.
Yeah.
At least on that Thursday. If not, we'll come up with something. But I think, yeah, the next show will be Thursday, July. Let's just verify. July 11th.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be the next weekly Tangent show. Next Thursday. We hope everybody has a great, nice Fortnite. Thank you. Thank you. I figured if I wear it, then that'll take everybody from playing it kind of thing. It's like the Facebook thing. Your parents show up, everybody else leaves.
Yep.
Next Thursday, we hope everybody has a great 4th of July. And we will be back the following Thursday, July 11th.
Yep.
In the meantime, definitely like the video if you enjoyed this, or dislike it. We're fine with that too.
Mm-hmm.
But let others know that we have the weekly Tangent show, if you'd be so kind. And if you haven't, subscribe or follow on Twitch. Either one. We appreciate everybody showing up each week. We'll definitely keep doing games. We'll keep talking about news. And we'll keep giving away some stuff on the show. The more we can get to watch, the more we can give away.
Yep.
And we appreciate everybody being here. So, again, Baltimore, thank you for all your effort. And have a good weekend yourself. And we will talk to everybody in 2 weeks.
Take it easy.
Night.